I used a little over 1,000 yards of my super bulky 6-weight yarn, and you can totally go up a hook size if it starts curling on you. However, I never had that problem. I'm going to start this with the chain 4 method. So I'm going to make a slip knot and I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to slip stitch into our chain 1. You can also do the magic ring method, but I find this way to be a little bit more secure. For round 1, we are going to chain 3, and that's going to count as our first double crochet. And then we're going to double crochet 14 into our little loop we made. So by the end, you want to double count and make sure that you have 15 posts counting as your double crochets. And I'm going to create chapters, so you can feel free to either pause this or skip to the next chapter or just let it play and do this right along with me. I talked to a lot of crocheters and a lot of people were saying they had problems with like the viral star pattern. So I wanted to make something that was easy enough that like a beginner could do it. And it was also easy enough to where you could mindlessly do this. So once you get it set up and you're on like row 4, it is very, very easy to just keep going without having to look at anything. All right, now is about the time where you need to count to make sure that you have 15. And if you don't have 15, figure out where you went wrong. So this is my 15th, and now we are going to slip stitch it into our chain 3 so we can begin round 2. And for my round 2, I'm just going to chain 3 and I'm going to move into the next stitch. And I'm going to be working a double crochet into every stitch. So by the end, you should have 30 stitches. And you are going to want to double count this. Make sure you have 30 double crochets. And then once you do, you're going to slip stitch it to join together. And we're going to chain 3 and begin round 3. For round 3, we're going to start the points of our stars. Our chain 3 is going to count as our first double crochet. We are going to do a double crochet in the next 2 following stitches. So that'll be our second, and this is our third. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And now into the next following 3 stitches, we're going to do 3 double crochet. And that is our sequence, and we're going to repeat that 5 times. So we have 5 points to our star. So again, we are going to repeat that. So we're going to do 3 double crochet into the following stitches. 2, 3, chain 3, and then 3 double crochet. So when you have the double crochets, there should be 6 next to each other. Now we have made it to our end, so we are going to just slip stitch right into our chain 3. Literally the most important row. When you start, you have to slip stitch 1 stitch to our left before we start. And now we're going to chain 3, and however many posts you have, that's how many you're going to have in between the parts we skipped. So we're going to double crochet 1 time, so we have 2. Now we're going to work our corners. The corners are all going to be the same. 3 double crochet into the corner, chain 3, and 3 double crochet into the corner. We're not changing any of that. Do not skip that. 1, 2, 3, and continue our corner. 1, 2, 3. So if you're a granny square person, this is going to be fun for you. I've always loved doing the corners of my granny squares. We are going to be skipping our 2 center stitches. So we're going to have 2 on the outside and 2 in the middle we are going to skip. So you always want to make sure that you are working the first stitch after your corner. Again, remember, do not ever skip your first stitch after the corner. So that's our first. Second, we're going to skip 2 and work the last 2. 1, 2. And we're going to work the corners just like normal. And as you go to the next row, you're going to be adding 2. You're going to be doing 4 double crochets with 2 in the middle. And then the next round is going to be 6 with 2 in the middle, and so on and so on. So it's very, very easy and super repetitive. So you can definitely easily do this mindlessly. But seriously, I cannot stress this enough. You want to make sure that after you're doing your corners, you are not skipping any of those stitches. Those are very important. And you can make this as small or as big as you want. I love being able to do this with my anniversary cakes because they're so big. You really only have 2 ends to weave in. Round 4, you should be symmetrical with all your hips and your dips for your star. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, I hope you please consider leaving a comment and giving it a like because it really helps out my channel. And follow me if you have not already. You do not want to miss the cute tutorials I have coming your way. And right now, I'm just going to leave you with this really adorable, easy blanket pattern. Bye, guys!